Hey everybody, we're back. It's Kenya, and we are Kingdom Bougie. How is everybody on this fine Thursday? I got it right this week.
Yes.
On Monday, I was like, how is everybody on Thursday? It was Monday, so yeah, finally caught up.
And we got past Hump Day. Hump Day was yesterday, so we have one more day for those that's out there working and can that are blessed to not be quarantined and also still work an essential job. We want to thank you for your services.
Yes, we really do. I mean, it's hard out there for
a worker. Instead of a pimp, a worker.
And a pimp. I mean, the pimps.
Oh, yeah.
It's real hard out there for a pimp right now.
Yes, like the streetwalkers, they want to be able to collect unemployment because it's just too hard. Nobody's coming outside. That's what they said. I'm like, not even being funny. That's what they said.
So, like, I mean, is that an essential service? I kind of think it is.
Let's ask million.
How is that not an essential service? That's probably why the divorce rate didn't went up.
No, she didn't.
I mean, I'm just saying.
She didn't.
That's a whole nother video.
I am not a part of this conversation, by the way.
Anyways, guys, today we are super excited to talk about a show that we watched or we've been watching called Self-Made on Netflix. It is inspired by the life of Madam C.J. Walker. If you're here and you know who Madam C.J. Walker is, or if you're watching this now and you know who she is, just let us know, like in the comments, give a shout out to Madam C.J. Walker. This lady was bad. She was a bad mama jamma, like for real.
She was a real boss.
Right, Lakeon? Yes.
A real boss. Yeah.
And like, to be honest, guys, she was literally like the first, very, very first self-made millionaire, period, in America.
Yes.
She was bad. And today we are going to be revealing some of the billionaire secrets from that series on Netflix, right?
Yes. We watched it, so you don't have to, but we want you to watch it. But we watched it for you, just in case you can't, you don't want to. We watched it for you, but we strongly recommend you go and watch it.
Yeah, but if you watch our video and then watch it, or if you've watched it already and then you go back and watch it after you watch our video and you see all the points that we kind of reveal, it'll really have you looking at it from a different angle.
And that's what we agree.
Yes. So just a little bit, guys, about this lady. So the founder and owner of, I think it's called, what is it called? It's called Sundial Brands.
Okay.
Sundial Brands. And they are responsible for the Shea Moisture line, which I have used and I know Lakeho has used.
We love it.
Together. Yes. Great line.
Yes.
And that company makes $200 million every single year. So they took these secrets and they are on their way to, if not already there, to their $1 billion fortune. So
yes,
this guy said, the founder and CEO, I know his name is Mr. Dennis. I don't know, I can't pronounce his first name, so don't be mad at me. But anyway, he said, Madam C.J. Walker was the first person to devise and scale a business model that addressed the hair, care, and beauty needs of women of color, while also challenging the myopic ideals of the beauty industry at that time. Like, this girl was bad. She was a beauty pioneer, a businesswoman, and she is an American icon. She has been and continues to be a source of inspiration and empowerment for women and men, and she's done that for over 100 years.
Yes.
Like, she's bad. And like, guys, watch it all the way to the end because we have like a little like surprise for everybody when you get to the end. And plus you get all of the tips and all of the secrets that are in this series.
Yes.
Right?
I mean, when Ken say bad, let us share some light on it, the situation. This was a recession guys made her money. That's bad. That's a bad mama jamma.
Yeah. When she even decided to start her company, this was a recession. But not only that, this was a recession in the 1900s, guys. They just had freed slaves, and she was a Black woman. It was like literally unheard of. And she was like the daughter of a sharecropper. And she decided, like, hey, I don't care. I believe in my dream, and I'm going to start this business. So for you guys out there that think, you know, you got all of these things stacked up against you, like you don't see a way to move forward, you guys really need to pay close attention, because like this lady did it when like virtually she had everything stacked up against her, and it was literally like unheard of for you know, a daughter of a slave to go on and do anything brilliant, and she did it. So like I said before, she was the first self-made millionaire in America. Period. She set the world record. Like, she's in the Guinness Book of World Records. So she did that, right? But like, do you want to go into like number one?
Yeah, so number one is on the screen. Cool. So there is power in your struggle. So we're going to talk a little bit about the movie, but it's not truly about the movie. It's not truly about her specific products. It's about the context of what took place, right?
Yeah.
And the things that she had to overcome, whatever the case may be. So so there's struggle. I mean, there's power in your struggle. So when you are faced with a difficult situation, and you know, other people have more difficult situations than other people, you know, what you're going through, another person probably can handle it or not. But the whole idea is, I would like for you all to examine that adversity, that struggle, that situation, right? That particular circumstance. Look at it from a different point of view. This hurt like hell. I am over this. Matter of fact, I want to walk away, or I want to end my life, or I want to leave the kids, the husband, the job. I'm just over it, right? I'm just saying whatever it is you're
done. I'm done. I'm done with my present. I'm done with my life in the present.
I'm done. But how about this? How do you not know? How do you not know that you were called for such a time as that? How do you not know that once you get through that struggle, God is going to bless you, right?
Right.
God is going to bless you beyond what you can even imagine.
Right.
But you have to go through the struggle, because when you get out of that struggle, the thing that you learn in that particular point in time is going to cause you to prevail, or going to cause you to have strength in the next thing that you're going to go through. Or it's going to cause you to have strength to be able to withstand whatever it is that you're going to, go through, right? And you're going to overcome it, because it was power in that struggle, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, honestly, aside from that, how do you not know that your struggle is your answer? Like for Madam C.J. Walker, her struggle was the answer to her dream. It was her calling. It was where she found her gift. In her struggle is where she found her gift. Yeah. And don't be afraid to cry out to God and ask him, like, Lord, what is it that you want me to learn during this time? Because that's precisely what she did. Exactly. She literally was like, Lord, I'm losing my hair. I'm ugly. It's so much beauty in this world. Why didn't you give me any? And literally a knock came at her door. Like, literally a knock came, and that knock virtually changed the course of her entire life, but not just her life, the life of her children, the life of her grandchildren, and the life of all of us who walk in her footsteps, who walk in her shadow, right? So had she not cried out and asked God, like, what is this? What is this that I'm going through? And what does this mean? She might not have ever got to her purpose, which was to, create a product line and a system that allow women to grow their hair naturally, right?
Exactly. So before we move on to the next thing, I just want everyone to know, and I want everyone to really like, have your eyes wide open, because God is going to bless you with people that's going to come onto your path, right? I call them destiny helpers. They come onto your path. And more times than not, they're there to get you from one place to another place.
Okay.
And sometimes they're there for a season, sometimes they're there for a long time, but they're destiny helpers to get you from one place to another place. So when people come into your life, really examine, like, okay, are you a destiny helper? Are you a destiny stealer? What's going on? So keep that in mind.
Right. We have been studying under this apostle, Amiri, right? And we took one of his wealth building classes this past weekend. And one of the things that he said is that sometimes when you pray to God for an answer, he gives you that answer in the form of a person.
Yeah.
So he puts someone in your life that has the answer to that very thing that you might have been praying for. So when Cole says destiny helpers, and we kind of had a debate about this yesterday, because the lady who knocked at her door, and like I said, this is a spoiler alert.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, we are telling the secret. So if you haven't seen it, go watch the thing, and you don't want nothing spoiled, go watch it and then come back. But anyway, the lady that knocked on her door literally knocked on her door and helped her grow her hair, right?
Yes.
Which gave her confidence back, which made her go out there. I mean, she got a new man. She did the whole nine, right? Yeah, but when she got her confidence back and realized what the gift of the lady's product had done for her, she wanted to go out there and share it, and virtually wanted to become one of this lady's salesperson. And the lady was like, no, right?
I don't know.
So me and Cole were debating yesterday, okay, well, is that a destiny helper? Since if she would have listened to that lady, she would not have kept it moving and started her business. But when Cole broke it down for me, which would you say, Cole?
That's what I said. People are in your life for a season, right?
Okay.
She was in there for a season. Then she let the devil step in, and then all of a sudden Satan showed up. You see what I'm saying?
She let the devil use her.
Yes, but she was there for a season. She was a destiny helper by definition.
Right.
And then she switched up. Right.
So the girl tells her no, right?
No.
And
I know. Don't worry about it.
That's supposed to be don't everybody with an apostrophe. But anyway,
everybody get
don't take no for an answer. She did not take no for an answer. So that's the secret number 2. She didn't take no for an answer. That lady told her, no, you can't sell my products, even though she was the best representation of the products because she was living proof that it works.
Yes.
The lady was like, no, you're not qualified enough. So you might have run across someone or an opportunity, and either the person told you you're not qualified enough, or you read the qualifications of something, maybe it's a new job, maybe it's a career change that you're trying to undertake right now, maybe you're trying to start a business of your own and someone told you that you're not qualified enough, or maybe in your own mind, because the devil will try to get into your mind and discourage you and tell you that you're not qualified enough, right?
Exactly.
And you can't take no for an answer. You have to know that it doesn't matter what they say. I've got to do this. Anyway. I've got to trust God, and I've got to keep it moving and move forward. This girl did not take no for an answer, right?
At all. She didn't take no for an answer. Why? Because she had a burning desire. Her desire was to, I don't even really think it was to sell the product. I don't really think at first that was the burning desire. The burning desire was to get out of her situation that she was in, and the products was the answer. That was her desire, right?
Yes.
But she had it shut up in her bones, and she was like, look, if I got to steal these products from this lady, and go sell them, I'm
borrowed. She borrowed. She didn't steal.
Okay, well, okay. She borrowed. She gave the money for the product that she sold, but she She stole them. She stole them products, girl. She stole them. But she brought the money back. But also, so as she did that, the lady rejected her. Lady was like, girl, you do not look like me, and you're not what I want people to see when they look at my products. That's what it was. No. That's what it was.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And I'm not even saying that I'm gonna blame the lady entirely, because when you have a brand, it's a certain way you want to it's a certain way you want to display it, a certain way you want to showcase it. And you have to remember too, back then, that wasn't the face that you wanted people to look at. You know what I mean? It was just because we were in slavery, because they talked about it so bad. Our hair was like balled up and, you know, like a nap ball. You know what I mean? So it just didn't, in her mind, it didn't fit. So I'm not really too mad at her, but the way she came at her, that was saucy.
Right.
At the same time, okay, I'm sorry. What was you gonna say? I'm sorry.
No, I thought you said something.
I had a brain fart.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
So, like, most importantly, guys, not only did she not take no for an answer, she didn't let that no stop her, right? When the lady said no, and really that was her trying to make a career change. You know, she was a washerwoman. They made no money. She saw this as an opportunity. She was confident now.
Yes.
She was able to talk to other girls about it. And she just knew that she could be the girl's salesperson. And when the girl told her no, not only did she not take no for an answer and go out there and try to sell the product herself, but when the girl still rejected her, even though she came back with proof that I can work for you, she didn't let that no stop her.
At all.
She decided at that moment, you know what? I'm going to do this for myself. I'm qualified to do this. I'm going to trust God. And bring us to our next point. She decided to take a leap of faith, which is something that you have to do if you're going to build wealth for yourself, if you're going to change the trajectory of your entire family and your legacy and create a legacy that your grandkids and their kids can follow in, then you're going to have to take a leap of faith. It's just something that you have to do. Like, opportunity rarely comes knocking at your door. And when it does, it requires a leap. And when I say leap, I mean real leap, right? Like,
the opportunity. You have to seize the opportunity. It's going to be presented in the way that it's not logical. Like, I should not take this leap right now. I have all these bills piled up. I have, the kids are getting older. They need me to be able to stay at this job, or to stay at me working 2 jobs at one time, whatever it can be. I can't afford to just go and do something that's out of the ordinary. But when God presents an opportunity to you, he's basically saying, trust me, take that leap of faith, trust me, right? And when you do it, you will be so glad that you did. But when you do it, you're still gonna, have adversity. It's still gonna be like there up front, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, regret it. Like, oh my God, why did I do it? Why did I take this leap of faith? But as you keep going and you don't take no for an answer, then you're going to see your promise. You're going to see your heart's desire. Take that leap of faith. Just do it. Just do it, especially if it's a burning desire, especially if it's something that you just cannot shake. You can't shake it, no matter what people are talking about, no matter what the situation is, you can't shake it. I know Key and I, we have a testimony upon testimony upon testimony of never giving up. And thank God that we have one another. So when she want to give up, I slap her. When I want to give up, she slapped me, and we're crying together, one person crying, you know what I mean? So we had to take that leap of faith together. And it calls to take another leap of faith, against all adversity, against all struggles,
against all odds, guys.
All odds.
Like, it might even be just as simple as, you thought you had it all figured out. And now that we're in the times that we're in with Corona, I mean, you're looking at ultimately having to either make a major career change. I mean, your job might not be in existence anymore once this thing is all said and done. Or, it might be so competitive because, I mean, there's 33 million people that are
so
right now. 33 million people. And that's like not even counting like the small business owners that might have to start all over when this is all said and done, right? So it might be very scary, but there's no way to get to the other side without that leap. So it's better to take the leap and not quite make it than to like ultimately live with regret because you never took that leap, So take that leap, guys. That's what she did. And, we're talking about her 100 years later.
What I want to say is that the reason why a lot of people don't take the leap of faith is fear. It's fear. Right. That's what
that's all faith is.
Yeah.
Faith is like fear turned inside out. Yeah.
Opposite.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Opposite. So don't let your fear be bigger than your faith.
I like that.
Can you type that in the comments?
Yes, please.
Yes. Please. And I mean, I stole that from somebody, but it's so true. Yeah. Don't let your fear be bigger than your faith. Type that in the comments. Let us know. I mean, we all have to
do it.
Yes.
You have to do it. You just really have to. You owe it to forget everybody else. Okay. Forget the kids, the wife, the boss, the mama, the daddy. Forget everybody.
Everybody.
If you all had looked at our live last time, we were talking about unapologetically selfish. Yeah. This is the time to be selfish. This is a pure example. This is time to be selfish. Right? Take the leap. Just do it. Just do it. You be glad you did. Just do it. They'll be laughing at you in the beginning, but they will not be laughing at you in the end.
Yeah. And after a while, you'll get so numb to the laughs and the remarks that you'll
yeah.
You'll just keep going because it's not about them. It's about you, right?
And you're doing it for them. How about that? That's the hurtful part. Is that you're doing it for them, especially with your close friends and family. You're really doing it for them, but they're like they're designed to stop you. But
how about this? God gave you the vision.
Yes.
Right? He didn't give it to anybody else. He gave you the vision. So it's okay if they don't see what you see because God gave it to you. Mm-hmm. Right? And it's up to you to bring it to pass. Yeah. Right? To make it happen. Mm-hmm. So that, that's your way of sharing it. That's your way of opening their eyes to the possibility is because you actually are obedient and you take that leap of faith and you trust God and you trust them all the way. And every single test, every single triumph will really take you from faith to faith where you can just totally dive in and completely and utterly really walk in your purpose. And that's really what it's about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Number 4. This is a phrase that Cole told me some years ago.
Many years ago.
Yes. And it's so bomb because when you think about it, you get resistance all the time. Right?
All the time.
Right? In every single way, you're always getting resistance. But the resistance is good, guys.
Yes.
And you can't resist the resistance. Right?
Do not resist the resistance.
Yeah.
It is there for a reason.
It is. The resistance is what led her to start her own company.
Yes.
So, and sometimes that's God's answer. If the door is closed, it's probably because he needs you to go down the hallway and go through another door.
Yeah.
We're trying to still get through this door that is it keeps closing in your face. That's the resistance. The door down the hallway is probably going to lead you to where you really trying to get to. It's going to really lead you to your happiness. And you steady standing here wasting time, standing at this door, trying to bang on it. Every time they open it, it's shut, they shut it in your face. Go through a different door.
Yes. This is the prayer that we always pray to God concerning things like that. Because sometimes we don't know if, is this a shut door? Or is this a door that we need to like work a little harder to open? Because sometimes there are doors that you need to work a little harder to open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we always ask God to open up doors that no man can shut and shut doors that no man can open.
Yes.
We leave that to him because we don't know. All we know is that we know we are a spirit being, right? We possess a soul and we are in a human body and we're having a human experience. That's all we know. We don't know. We don't know the end from the beginning. God, he knows it and he knows all the details. But glory to his name, he do give us like a snippet of what it's going to be like, to allow us to keep going and keep going and keep going. But leave that up to him. Let him open those doors. Let him tell you, go on and walk through that door. Don't walk through that door. Let's go on down the other way and walk through the other door.
Right.
Don't resist the resistance.
And then sometimes, God, the resistance is there because he needs you to learn a lesson before you walk through that door, right? Maybe he wants you to praise him in the hallway. You know what I mean? Who knows? I mean, there's always a reason for everything. Everything is purposeful. So, he might need you to learn something before you go through that door, because I'm telling you, the character that you need to build on this journey,
please.
The thick skin that you need to develop on this journey,
please.
The attitude of humility that you need to develop on this journey, the discipline that you need to develop on this journey, right? All of that is going to be essential and necessary when you get to the next level. It really is. That resistance could very well be his way of developing you in the areas that he knows you need to be developed in, because to have victory in the next season.
So let me just say this real quick before we go to another one, our last one, guys, by the way. But anyway, I remember I was talking to my goddaughter and she was in haste because you know how young kids, how we did. We were young adults. We wanted to do what
I never did that.
And the devil's a liar. But anyway, so I was like, Lord, give me the words to tell her, because I'm just like, help me, Lord. So God was like, well, what's your testimony? I was like, ooh. So I told her, I said, listen, because what I'm getting her to do is write her goals, desire, and dreams on like a poster board where she put it on her wall. So every time she wake up, she's looking at it. Every time she go to sleep, she's looking at it, so it's seeping into her subconscious. Anyhow, so I told her, I said, God wants to give you everything you have on that board. He already got it for you. He got it for you. He's like, I want to give it to you. Yes, you have the desires. I want to give it to you, right? But I told her, I said that in order for you to get those things, you must be obedient, right? So I said the obedience lies in, perhaps God is trying to give a gift to you, right? You have to be an expectant of the gift. So you obedient because you want those desires of your heart and God wants to give them to you. And he's like, you must be an expectant of the things that you want, right? So he's either trying to bring you a gift in a form of a person, in a form of a job, in a form of a child, in a form, whatever. A gift is a gift, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because it could be both. He's trying to get you to learn a lesson. So I'm saying, before you actually get those desires of your heart. So always be in expectation for what it is that you ask God for, but be also an expectant to receive something from him. It may not be the desires of your heart right then and there, what you ask him for, but he's going to bring things to you that's going to release those things that you ask. Or he's going to bring lessons and situations and circumstances to you that's going to release the things that you ask.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Let it happen divinely, guys.
Yes.
I suffered from this really, really bad because I would ask God for something specific, and when I didn't see it in the way that I envisioned it, I would just automatically be disappointed. I would feel let down, and God was still blessing me. He was still doing the very thing that I asked him. It might not have looked or appeared that way, but he was working things out. And so we have to be very, very intentional about just asking him to do it divinely. Like, let your divine will happen in this area, in the divine way, at the divine time. Send me the divine job for the divine amount of pay, right?
Hallelujah.
In Jesus' name. And don't even bother to like paint this whole picture of what that looks like. Just live in expectation and believe that he's working it out. He's working on some things. Right?
We have many plans.
Yeah. And what Lake Cole told her was so bomb, because she said to her, she said, sit tight. God is trying to get something to you.
He's trying to get something to you.
Yeah. And I believe that he's trying to get something to all of us. And if you believe that too, declare in the comment section, like, I believe that God is trying to get something to me.
Yes. And I receive it.
I receive. All right. We got one more point left, and then we're going to let you guys go. But before that, we're going to tell you guys about the big surprise that we have. And all right, number 5, guys, is God's ways are recession proof. Hallelujah.
What?
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Like, hello, guys.
What I want to say is, I remember, and I forgot the lady's name, so hopefully I remember. We can put it down in the description. But she said that God's thoughts are ingenious and his methods are sure. So the way God thinks is so ingenious. It's just mind blowing. It just blows the mind. But rest assured that his methods that he tell you to take, his instructions, they are a for sure thing.
Type that in the comments. Say that again, Lake Cole. Say that again. So
God's thoughts are ingenious. There's like no equal, nobody on this earth that has his thoughts, right? He said his thoughts are higher than our thoughts, his ways are higher than our ways, but they are ingenious. And his methods are sure. So his instructions that he give you, it's a for sure thing. You can bet your life on it. Because God is not a man that he shall lie, nor is the son of man that he shall repent. Hallelujah.
Preach. So anyway, and his ways are recession proof.
Recession proof.
On top of all of that.
Testimonies that is recession proof. We are living testimonies.
And you will be too. You guys will be too. Because in case you had noticed, we're in a recession, guys.
But if
if they haven't announced it yet, it's coming. Wait for it. It's coming. So the best thing that you can do right now, guys, is get prepared, because God will bless you with a way of like moving forward in your life that it don't matter what the economy is doing. It don't matter who is president. It doesn't matter what viruses are out there jumping and hopping on people. None of that will matter when God gives you the way out. Like, talk to him, guys. Ask him. Be intentional about, like, moving forward and planning during this stage, especially if you're at home or you have a lot of time to yourself. Like that could be the very space that God needs you to be to give you your next big blessing, So take some time, guys. Take some time to talk to him and really figure out what you could be doing in this season to come out on top.
What I would like to share is that, and of course we'll talk about this in another video because it's super deep. But some of the things that Ken and I we've done to prepare for such a time as this, not knowing about Corona. Okay, so we didn't know about this, but we had begun to have a lifestyle of praying, a lifestyle of fasting, like periodically, a lifestyle of doing communion, and a lifestyle of sowing seeds and tithing. You know, and those are all biblical principles. All of those are biblical principles, and we practice those. And it wasn't just something that we did to get something; it became our lifestyle. So now we see the fruits of our labor. You know what I mean? Laboring in the Lord, seeking His face day and night. You know, diligently seeking His face. You know, like waking up in the morning, listening to sermons, talking about Him, just delighting ourselves in the Lord. People ask us, "So what do you do?" And we always say, pray, give God all the glory, worship, and do praise dances. Like, we are so serious when we say that we just see God day and night. We love it. We love Him. We love Jesus. We love Holy Spirit. And that is what kept us, that's what's keeping us going. Aside from us having to do, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this, you have to do that. God said, be still and know that I am God. Be still. Let me do my thing. If you don't trust me, right? What does He say about the tithe? He say, test me on the tithe. Test me on the tithe.
That's the one area where He gives you permission to test Him. That's the one area, right?
Yes.
And just to piggyback off of what she's saying, guys, like during that time that we kind of like were implementing all of those things, that was like our way of surviving. That was our way of keeping a healthy state of mind. That was our way of like really just like being stable. You know, like stable, like stabilizing everything. And it brought us so much peace that we really started like digging deeper, like, oh, wow, there's something to this fasting and praying thing. There's something to this communion thing. There's something to this, you know? And during that time is when He started revealing a lot of things to us and revealing, you know, deeper meanings that He needed us to get. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this stuff works. We're not just telling you this because, and as you can see in the life of Madam C.J. Walker, it worked, right? Because she did this, like I said, 100 years ago, right after they freed slaves, single Black female. If the odds weren't stacked against her, I don't know what is.
Right.
So guys, that brings us to the end. And now we get to tell you about our big announcement. Woo-hoo. Okay, guys. So there is a wealth building course that's based off of all of these principles and secrets that she used to create her empire.
Yes.
And if you guys want to know about it, email us. KINGDOMBOUGIE@gmail.com. It's also in the description box. We're super excited to go through it. Like we're about to like try to implement all of these principles because I want to be a billionaire. Do you want to be a billionaire?
I want to be I am a billionaire. How about that?
Oh, speak it. Do y'all want to be billionaires? Yeah, who wants to be a billionaire?
Right. Forget the millionaire. Forget all that.
Right.
Billionaires, yeah. Millionaires. Oh, that's like as if that's yesterday.
Yeah.
Billionaire time.
But but it's one of the necessary steps on your route, so you will see that as well.
Maybe not. I don't know. Leap of faith.
God's ways are ingenious,
and His methods are sure.
Okay. And His ways are recession proof.
Yes, in the name of Jesus. Yes.
So, anyways, guys, that is like literally all the time we have. Thank you for diving in and examining these billionaire secrets that help make Madam C.J. Walker a legend. Yes. Thank you for watching our channel. We love you guys. Like Cole always says, we appreciate the love and support that you give to our ministry.
Yes.
anybody that gives a gift of $25 or more, we always send you a special gift as a token of our appreciation. So make sure if you send it through Cash App, in the for section, please put your email, or at least email us to let us know that you sent a gift to us so we can send you something very special as a thank you. And like we said, Nicole, God is everywhere,
but he is nowhere
if you don't find him somewhere.
So go look for him. Go look for him. Go look for him. Go look for him.
Go.
Bye, guys.
Go. Go.